All right, guys, this is question number 22. It's a quadratic equation. They want us to solve it using the quadratic formula. Now, we spent a lot of time working with quadratic formula. Sometimes it's just there's a little mistakes can really hurt you in the multiple choice section. If this was in the constructor response, if you leave out a negative sign here or there, you can still get credit for if you got most of the work done. But if for this one, if you mess up with the negative, you're not going to get any credit. It's just either right or wrong. So first thing you need to do is find the A, B, and C. The A is 2. The B is a -3. The C is a -6. Now, one of the things that we did a lot of practice on is we know the formula, but when you are plugging in your numbers, you got to make sure you plug those in properly. So the B would be a -3. The B here would be a -3. This would be 2, +2. This would be a -6, and this would be a +2. Now, what we do and the way that we did this is we would store the numbers and just use the formulas. So first thing, we're going to take the 2 and we're going to store that into the letter A. We're going to take the -3 and we're going to store that into the letter B. And then we're going to take a -6 and we're going to store that into the letter C. And the one thing that we always focus on is the B squared, the determinant, the B squared minus 4A times C. And we see that it's 57. Now, if we do -23 like we normally would, you can see that this is a 3 times 19. So we can't simplify this. This is 57 is already simplified. There's nothing, it's not a perfect square. There's nothing we can do with it. So if we go to our answers, we know that it has to be either 1 or 3. It can't be 2 or 4. Now, here is the key. A negative times a negative is going to be a positive. So that's going to be a +3 plus or minus the square root of 57 over 4. If you did not put a -3 in there, you would have gotten this one, and that is not correct. Now, I hate to say it, but if you've done all of this great work and you forget that this is a negative B, then you would miss this, and that's too bad. But the answer is number 1, because a negative times a negative is going to be a positive. So that's our answer, and that's what you needed to do. All right. Hopefully you were careful and on your P's and Q's or B's and A's and got this one right. I'm going to stop and post.